Okay, can I just say, I just finished watching this episode. This is a fresh review. I made no notes. I'm just talking off the top of my head. And I just want to say, because I'm so excited, I called every single part of this. First of all, first episode, I said, who is Issa talking to? I bet you she's talking to Nathan, because I thought maybe they'll just get back together. But still, she's talking to Nathan. 2, last episode, I said, oh, Lawrence has something big to say. I bet you he broke up with Condola. That's why she was ghosting him. That's why Condola was ghosting Issa. Guess what? Lawrence broke up with Condola. Condola is bitter at Issa because she thinks he broke up for her. Thirdly, I said that Issa would likely go behind Molly's back and talk to Andrew herself. Because why else would we have a guy, a character that works for Live Nation Entertainment but doesn't help with this event any way possible? So maybe she didn't go directly to Andrew, but at the end of the day, she went to Nathan. Because Nathan was the only one that was really there for her, and it was being a better friend than Molly. So the Can I Get a Do Snaps is going to Sarah Dawson. She said, I think Molly was setting boundaries with a friend who does actually mess up all the time. She and Andrew were on the rocks, and that was not the time to ask him for a favor for a friend who hasn't been acting like one for months, and also likely would end up messing up that connection. With the same breath that Issa uses to explain that Molly only sees her as a F-up, she's also expecting Molly to come through to fix her problems. And that's what Molly was complaining about in this episode, guys. The way you sow your growth is to stop asking your friends to fix your messes. And handle them yourself. So I kind of get what Molly was saying this episode. But let me continue. Also, low-key, I think Issa is jealous that Molly is finally in a serious relationship with a good guy. That's debatable. But I think that's kind of underlying true. That's why she's so dismissive of it. Not even a congratulations or anything. Shady. Molly isn't perfect by any stretch. No, she ain't. But it's telling that she was able to fix all her other relationships with communication. Exactly. Her dad, yup. Her man, yup. Her coworkers, yup. She's not talking to Issa because Issa isn't giving her any space to talk. Yeah. Like, I love that comment, Sarah. Like, you hit it on the head. I want to see you back in the comment section again because we have to talk more. Like, you nailed that one. So that, yeah, here are your 2 snaps. Just briefly, just touching on things. I think Kelli has postpartum depression, which is why she's neglecting her newborn baby and putting all the responsibility onto Derek. Maybe she's just tired, but I feel like she is depressed and she has to go see someone about that. Like, I'm so proud of Issa. Like, she did her thing. She finally produced something and it was a big hit. Like, even if her audience, the audience that she was targeting wasn't there 100%, it's still a phenomenal thing she put together. And I understand the frustration of putting something for Black people by Black people and then white people show up. But like, that's okay. That little news reporter woman was pretty trifling. Can someone tell me what's the beef between Kelli and Amal? Like, why do they hate each other? It's so funny. And I love that they had a guest star, Amine. He's a rapper. That's the guy Kelli was talking to with the British accent. She's like, I'm from Philly, nigga. Run. I don't know if anyone caught that, but when Issa was called onto the stage, she was ready to give her like little speech about how she's happy everyone's enjoying it and like her vision and telling everybody why she did what she did. But sort of everybody like started to talk over her and yell over her saying Vince Staples, Vince Staples, Vince Staples. And that kind of hurt. But at the end of the day, you should be happy that people enjoyed it. And I know she wants the recognition for it because a big event like that, you never really know who directed everything, who's really in charge of everything. I feel like with this situation, she was hoping to have the same moment that Condola did when Condola had that movie night for Black people and everybody was quiet enough to listen to her like little speech about why she's doing what she's doing. And I think she was hoping for that too, but the crowd got rowdy because they're waiting for Vince Staples. For all you haters out there about Molly and Andrew Andrew finally claimed his woman. Well, we know he's been claiming it, but for all the people that like, I don't believe he's really serious about Molly. Well, guess what? The man said, hey, this is my girlfriend Molly, to Leonard, the manager. So basically, Andrew was involved in Vince Staples being the headliner at Issa's block party. And when Molly found this out, I was like, it was going so well. They were sharing chicken wings. They were doing the wobble. I was like, no, Andrew, do this in secret. Don't let Molly see, because I knew shit was about to go down. And guess what? Shit finally hit the fan. I also called it in the comment section. I called it in the comment section of this episode's preview. I said, when Issa holds an event plus Molly's stink attitude, that will equal a fallout. We see it repeated at Issa's first event with We Got Y'all, at her second one with the sponsors, and now at this one. Like, Issa cannot be successful in any way or just make it through the night of any achievement she achieves without Molly ruining the vibe. If any of you guys want to defend your position with Molly, like, I feel like Molly was whack in this episode. Molly was a complete jerk. At the time I thought I understood what she meant, but now seeing it, like, wouldn't you just be happy to see that your friend's event went through? I don't even know. I don't even know. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm the type of person that if I can help you in any way, I'm gonna help you. So I don't get that one. Molly's problem is she's tired of Issa asking for little favors, because it's like, wow, you couldn't help me with this little favor. And she's like, nigga, you keep on asking me for little favors. Like, she was over it. She's like, how many favors do you need from me? Like, why can't you do anything by yourself? And I think that's the premise of Molly's argument, in my opinion. She's just tired of helping Issa. She's like, just do something on your own for once. But that's your friend, man. You gotta help them in any way possible. This fight was so bad to me. I'm like, guys, this is a public setting. Don't be those black people. But it's like, it's whatever. It's two girls fighting. Everyone around them is black, so it doesn't matter. But it was like, Issa was saying, Molly, all you do is make problems. You make shit up. Like, she was basically calling Molly crazy on the low. Molly is basically saying, like, hey, she's like, do you hear yourself? What you're telling me I am is what you are. And essentially, they are both messed up people. So it was funny. And Andrew had to step in. I'm telling you guys, like, I freaking love Andrew. Like, God, please send me an Andrew, because this man is so calm, collected, and patient. And can I just say at the end there, I thought it was over for Molly. I thought Andrew's gonna be like, why are you like this? Like, I can't deal with you anymore, and leave. I thought he was gonna leave. But the man stayed, and he still held her down. He hugged her and said, it's okay. It's okay. And I was like, God, send it my way, please. And then Issa, man, she crossed the line. Oh, I know when she said that hurt Molly. When she said, you are so miserable. If things don't work out with you and Andrew, do not blame me. And I was like, oh. I was like, how could you say that? That's so rude. And then Molly was like, blank you. F you. Like, everything they're saying is so hurtful, and I don't like it. I really can't imagine talking to someone that I thought was my best friend like that. Have any of you guys been through a friendship breakup like that? I'm so sorry if you had to go through that. I don't like when people fight. It's not nice. Fighting hurts both parties. I don't care who wins or loses. It hurts both parties. And of course, Issa's event had to end with someone potentially seeing a girl with a gun or a wallet or a knife or a purse. They didn't know what they saw, but they just yelled, she's got a gun. And I was like, why? Just like the black guy. Black people can't have anything nice. And I don't know if they were like looking at Molly because Molly pointed at Issa's face and they're like, she got a gun, but that was funny to me. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm just gonna close with this. The only people that I was impressed with was Kelli with her British accent, even though it was terrible. I love Kelli. She was hilarious this episode. She had me rolling. And then the next person was Asian Bae, because at the end of the day, this man apologized to Molly. He shouldn't have apologized. He said, I'm sorry if this caused... He was basically apologizing for being like, I wouldn't have done this if I knew this would have ruined your friendship like this. And he feels bad and he's blaming himself. And I'm like, no, bae. No, Asian boo. No. Don't blame yourself. This is Molly and Issa's problem. And first of all, it's Molly's problem. So Molly's too prideful for me. She needs to get herself together. What I also love about Asian Bae was like, he basically always slows things down and puts things into perspective, because he was able to help Molly empathize with Issa and help her to understand, like, maybe Issa was so distant because look at this event she put together. Like, it's crazy. You know how much work would have went into this event? No one would have time to talk with anyone if they're putting their heart, their blood, their soul into something like this. And he's like, look at you and me. You never had time for me because you were working so hard. Maybe it's the same thing with Issa. And Molly was like, yeah, you're right. She was softening up. Molly was really softening up. And then shit hit the fan. So anyways, comment down below because I really want to talk about this. I really love this episode. And yeah, I'll be in the comments below. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye!